Hello everyone, and welcome to Slipjoint Sawyer. It's Sunday, it means it's time for another open tag, and we're going to be doing Sheffield Sunday. Now, I started this tag last week, wanted to see a lot of people's Sheffield knives, and I don't think these get enough love on YouTube. But John's put out his first response, so John, really appreciate that, thank you very much. Lovely twisted assisted Barlow. Today though, we're going to take a look at a custom knife by a Sheffield maker, and that is Ashley Harrison of Wright and Sons. Now, this is a one-off knife he made for me, and I gave him very sort of vague characteristics of what I wanted. I just said I want it to be a Sowbelly, not bothered what it is, but I want it to have a normal bolster on one end and then a bare end the other side with a clip point blade in 1095. That's all I asked for him, and this is what he sent over, and it is absolutely phenomenal. See, we have this really wonderful, vibrant green micarta on there, wonderfully smooth. Transitions are absolutely perfect. We have brass pins holding this knife together. Again, smooth as can be. You literally cannot even feel the texture change from the micarta over the pins. Super flush up to the bolster. Bolsters then are nickel silver and they are pinched on either side. We have brass liners on this with a steel back spring, and you can see the build quality on this thing. There is not a single gap on this knife. It is absolutely spot on. Wonderfully polished back spring. Brass liners started taking a bit of a patina, because what I said to Ashley when I was talking to him about the knife, I said I want a knife that I can use every day that's going to be a main carry. So I don't want anything that's going to crack on the handle, which is why I went for micarta. And I wanted it to be a carbon steel because they're just easy to maintain and keep sharp. And I mean, I think you'll agree after looking through this that he absolutely nailed it. Patina then, as I mentioned on the brass, because I do carry this one a lot. It's been in my pocket most days since I've got it. Reverse side of the knife then, again, flawless like the front. Transitions are absolutely perfect. Can't feel any of the pins whatsoever, just immaculately flush. No stepping at all. Flush all the way down. Hafted absolutely beautifully. There's not a single sharp edge, point, corner on this thing. Tang's nicely rolled over on there, so there's no sharp point that you get with some knife manufacturers. And this is a cam tang, as you can see the pivot being round, so there's not going to be a half stop. But let's take a look at the blade. So this is a 1095 carbon steel blade. You can see I have used it. There is patina on here. It's my favourite knife to use at the moment. Super slicey, came razor sharp from Ashley. See his maker's mark on here. You've got a AWAS, so Arthur Wright and Sons. Kind of looks a bit like a chandelier or candelabra. You've got A, the and symbol, S, and then a W in the background. Nice crescent moon style nail nick, nice and deep, so it's easy to get your fingernail into. Because if you are aware, if you have any sort of English or Sheffield knife, the pull on them can be quite strong. And this is no exception at all. Made a lot easier because you can pinch this with having quite a lot of blade exposed. That's one of the reasons why I wanted a Sowbelly. I wanted it to just be an easy open for me without having to have the notch. But I would say the pull on this is right about an 8. So nice strong pull. It's going to be safe in the hand. I can barely push it down on the back of here. I'm not going to have any issues with this closing. Nice little bit of swedging at the top here as well on either side. Very uniform, identical both sides. Edge grind as well, phenomenal. Honestly, it's perfect. It's exactly what I asked for, and he's just knocked it out of the park. See that 1095 taking on a wonderful patina. You've got lots of different colours in here, browns, blues, blacks. Now, he normally does his customs in 01, but I've got a couple of his knives in 01 tool steel, so one a little bit different, which is what I went for 1095. See the meetup on the back here as well. Perfect. Sits maybe the tad bit low, but I mean, that's me being very, very picky. And of course, there's no movement in this thing whatsoever. It is rock solid. Blade length then, of course, it's UK friendly. Wanted to make sure that I could definitely carry this knife as what I was getting. But blade length then, we have full blade of 1, 2, 3, just over 3, maybe 3 1/4, but of course it's the cutting edge here in the UK, and that is 1, 2, 2 3/4. So for me, UK friendly, happy to carry it. It's absolutely perfect for me. The size, everything about it just really fits the palm of my hand. With this wonderful sort of, almost, it's kind of a cross between like a bow trapper and a Sowbelly, really. You've got the bow bit down here, but then you've got the sort of the casual curve to the spine like a Sowbelly. But it honestly fits almost like a pistol grip, I will say. But when it's in your hand, it curves around to the natural sort of shape of your palm. Sort of curves around this section here. Really comfortable, no hot spots at all. And I've done multiple things with this knife. Recently put up a fence in my yard, and I was using this for sort of taking off bits of wood, creating notches, things like that, and it's held up fantastically well. There was a wonderful sort of polished satin grind on this, but you will see that in the slideshow at the end. I made sure to take pictures before I used it, but honestly, I couldn't wait. I wanted to use this thing as soon as I got it, and I just took some pictures. That's all I could manage. I couldn't get the video out beforehand. But nice cam tang, very audible walk and talk. Fantastic knife then from Ashley Harrison of Arthur Wright and Sons. Just take a quick look at the close length. It's kind of hard to tell which way to measure it. I guess I would do it this way. Close length 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 1/4, 3 1/4 inch full blade length, but with the UK legal cutting edge length. Nice little sharpening choil, custom made, over the moon, and just absolutely blessed to have one of these knives from Ashley, especially one to my own sort of kind of design. I let him have sort of free reign, as I mentioned earlier, but everything else part of it is just everything I'm all about with knives. Comfortable, really nice carbon steel, wonderful fit and finish, beautiful green micarta, brass liners. What more could you want? Fantastic. Hope you all enjoyed this open tag, Sheffield Sunday. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.